My brother used my credit to buy a car. Then my parents said I should be grateful he's finally being responsible. I found out on a random Tuesday when my phone buzzed with an approval notification for a $32,000 auto loan. At first, I thought it was one of those spam texts that pretend you applied for financing. But when I opened it and saw my name, my address, and the last four digits of my SSN, my stomach dropped so hard I had to sit down. I called the number on the notification, expecting them to tell me it was a mistake. Instead, the rep casually said, "Congratulations on your new vehicle. Your brother was here earlier and said, you were the primary applicant." My heart just started pounding. I didn't even hang up properly. I just grabbed my keys and drove straight to the dealership. When I walked in, there he was, my brother, sitting in a silver Honda Civic with the door open like he owned the place. He was adjusting the seat and smiling at his reflection. When he saw me, he held up the keys like a trophy. "Dude, you have no idea how long I've wanted a new car. Your credit is insane," I said. "You used my credit without asking." He shrugged. "Relax. I'll make the payments, mostly. I told my parents everything. I expected them to be furious. Instead, my mom grabbed my arm like I was the problem. "Sweetheart, he's finally taking steps to grow up. Why can't you just be supportive?" My dad chimed in, "It's still a win. Your credit helped him. That's family." I felt like I was losing my mind. Helping someone is one thing. Being robbed because you're the responsible child is something else entirely. But if they wanted him to be responsible, I'd help make that happen in the real legal sense of the word. That night, I sat down with every email, every notification, and every tiny detail. I called the lender and explained everything. The forged signature, the unauthorized application, the dealership allowing someone else to sign a loan in my name. They took notes, lots of them. By the next morning, everything was frozen. What my brother didn't realize was simple. He couldn't drive a car the bank technically hadn't funded. When the dealership got the freeze notice, they immediately disabled the plates and reported the car for retrieval. My brother barely got to enjoy 18 hours of his new responsible life. When I visited my parents that afternoon, the car was gone from the driveway. My brother came storming out like a cartoon character. "You ruined everything," he yelled. "They said I committed fraud." I handed him the printout. "That's because you did." My mom grabbed the paper from him, scanning it with wide eyes. "You didn't tell us you used his identity." She snapped at him. It was the first time in years I'd seen her raise her voice at him. He started stuttering excuses. How he needed a car for work, how I wasn't using my good credit, how I should have helped. But now my parents weren't buying it. For once, the golden child's shine wore off. 2 days later, the police called him in. My parents begged me to talk to someone or explain that it was a misunderstanding. I told them it wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a crime. My brother kept texting me paragraphs about how I was destroying the family. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. The bank, the dealership, and the police were doing all the talking. In the end, the loan was formally voided. My credit completely restored. My brother facing charges and mandatory financial counseling. My parents eventually apologized. Not because they suddenly respected my boundaries, but because they finally saw the real cost of treating someone like a child forever. And my brother, he wanted to be responsible. Now the court system will teach him exactly what that word means.